I'm off that an ex-gay writer for the Christian Post may have been using a dating site for gay men. I had two options. I could keep quiet and let others handle this, or I could do something about it. And when I saw that no one else was going to address this, I made the decision to go public with it. I first wrote about the simple facts of the matter, that someone on Grindr was using the name, age, location, and photo of Matt Moore, a self-declared former homosexual.
Okay, so ZJ, she's on the internet. She's somehow she ended up checking out gay men. So somehow, I don't know how she ended up figuring out or finding Matt Moore. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how she ended up looking him up. Maybe she was doing research on him. Maybe she was looking at gay men or something. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm just going off of her argument. I'm not attacking any homosexuals or anything. I just want to consider her argument. Okay, so she's been the loyal researcher that she is, and she's investigating some things, and she runs across Matt, and she decides, hey, if no one's going to do this, then she's going to go through the pains of revealing or calling or outing Mr. Moore to bring an awareness of his let's see what she say it is. Let's go off of what she call it. All right, let's look. But the loyalty there, I want to highlight the loyalty issue. She wants to make sure she's not just messing with a guy or following a guy that, you know, is trying to live his life. She's just, you know, she's trying to be loyal. Otherwise, she wouldn't do this. This is a loyalty thing, or a, you know. Let's check it out.
As recently as last week, Moore was writing about the real power of his testimony of leaving homosexuality. Moore stated, "What I believe speaks volumes of the grace of God and the power of the gospel is that year by year, month by month, week by week, day by day, I continue to fight the fight of faith. I have sought after Jesus, and I have turned from sin daily." This is not merely a personal stance of his. It is a message to a wider audience. In his earlier document, A Biblical Perspective on Homosexuality, Moore wrote, "The Spirit of Christ transforms the person's life, day by day, making them more and more into the likeness of their Lord, and ridding them more and more of the corruption that the presence of sin has caused in their hearts." He's also targeted children with his call to conversion. In a post titled, "Dear Gay Kid," he describes his life as an openly gay man as being full of meaningless and unsafe sex, and devoid of healthy and fulfilling relationships. He claims this lifestyle is driven by sex and indulgence, not by love. And he tells queer youth that they need God to rescue them from eternal condemnation. So, how has that been working out for him? This is a relevant question. Of course, there are already plenty of other angles from which to attack the Christian ex-gay movement. Its metaphysics are just as unproven as those of any other religion. Its interpretation of the Bible is just one among very many. And its notion that celibacy is the proper response to homosexuality contradicts both scientific evidence and human decency. These are all completely valid points, and even if Matt Moore did remain entirely abstinent, this would in no way support these ex-gay beliefs.
As I look in I'll be honest with you, ZJ, I really don't know if I should even start right now. It's like, man, let me see. All right. Gotta make sure this mic is working. Now that I'm trying to put a lot of effort into this. But yeah, well, I really don't know how much effort I want to put into this, but as I look at my computer, I wonder if I should even what should I start now? Should I start now to oh my goodness, what is this? What I don't know what I should do. Should I comment on what you're saying now? Or should I just let you continue to dig this hole? Should I help you out now and cut it short? Or should I let you dig? Oh man, I don't know what I should do. I really just do not know. I'm gonna let it run. I'll let it run a little longer. Okay. I'll let it run a little longer.
Ex-gay beliefs. But when he and the Christian Post have turned his personal testimony into a promotion for this movement, it's equally crucial that we examine just how true that testimony really is. Moore has set out to engage in a discussion about the morality of homosexuality, the desires of God, and the possibility of personal sexual change through faith. He has cited his own experience in support of the notion that devout Christianity can help people diminish and resist their homosexual inclinations. But if he has any interest whatsoever in an open and honest discussion about that, why should he be the only one who's privy to the fact that his religious program has failed even himself? This fundamentally compromises the value of his testimony as evidence. Why should the rest of us have to remain unaware of this while he continues to deceive people about whether religion can change their sexuality? Not only is it hypocritical to present oneself as a model of sexual reformation when one is clearly anything but reformed, such a substantial omission is just unfair to all the participants in a public debate such as this.
Just want to highlight that, okay, I'm assuming that this is the way the logic works. If you make a public stance of some kind for something, then you have automatically began a debate for whatever it is that you're standing for. I just want to make clear this. I'm thinking, I could be wrong, but this is the logic that we're following here.
He knows something we don't, and he's withholding information that impacts the soundness of his argument.
Honestly, what do we know? What do he know? Oh man, help me. You're running out of time. CJ, you're running out of time. What does he know? What do we know?
Revealing this vital information is anything but an act of shaming. And this is not some malicious and arbitrary outing of a random person who was simply going about their business.
By now you're probably thinking, I hope that God is love and that I'm not made to look like a bad person or a person who hasn't studied or whatever. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we're going to just go over some things. We're just going to go over some things.
There are people who are going to read his story, and it will lead them to believe that their gay son or daughter could become straight if they were just willing to try hard enough. By keeping up this charade, he continued to promote the idea that prayer was an effective remedy to homosexuality. Now, people can see for themselves just how effective this really is. And the sooner people understand that sexual orientation can't be forcibly changed by this or any other means, the sooner they'll stop trying to force such ineffective change on themselves and others.
All right. You stop talking. So I'm assuming that you're done, and your argument is in. Okay. All right. I like to begin by saying that the last thing you said, I believe, was the true motivator of the whole Moore thing. That you felt under attack by his comments, and I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. It may be a rare case on YouTube, but it has happened before. In the past, somewhere. I have been wrong before, for the record. But I believe that has been the prime motivator for the entire video, the entire everything. You felt under attack, so much so that you did not consider the evidence, or you did not consider the person. And let's look at it. Let's just hear my argument. I could be wrong, but hear my argument. Okay, follow where I'm at. Look, check it out. So this ex-gay Matt Moore, after my last profile. All right. February 4th, 2013. The Grindr profile was really mine. I've been on it, on and off it, for the last couple weeks. All right. Follow me now. Like I told the guy who sent you the picture. Okay. All right. So you got a picture from somebody. All right. I'm wrong in having been on Grindr. I haven't changed my views. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Being on Grindr, I haven't changed my views on homosexuality, the Bible, etc. Okay? All right. Creating a Grindr profile and talking to guys on it was major disobedience on my part. Disobedience to Christ, disobedience to a loving and gracious God. Thankfully, I believe that He forgives me for this disobedience. I believe the blood of Christ covers this disobedience, and I won't be on Grindr again ever. Just to be clear, you contacted the guy prior to the video, and he told you he hadn't changed his views. He was wrong for what he did, and he was not going to be on there again. Okay? And you decided, you know what? No, that is not enough. The world must know that you was on there talking to people. Okay? Because you're not supposed to talk to people or whatever. All right, let's just let's see, do this like this. Okay, so the guy you contacted the guy. So I guess somebody sent you a picture. You contacted the guy. The guy told you that, yes, I was on there, but I have not changed my views, and that I will not be on there again. Okay? But you decided that, no, I will still make a video about what it is that you have done, because you are in a public debate. You have to give account for your actions for being in this public debate.
I got to admit to you, I'm having quite a bit of trouble believing, actually. I'm having trouble believing this story on any level.
I had two options. I could keep quiet and let others handle this, or I could do something about it. And when I saw that no one else was going to address this, I made the decision to go public with it.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Let's look at it. All right, then. Let's go.
He proposes that the rest of us ought to regard ourselves similarly. And we are in no way obligated to humor a twisted belief that treats our own loving relationships as no more than a relapse into an addiction that we would have resisted if only we had been stronger. This is about more than just more.
All right. Now, if you look at what it says day by day, month by month. You know, do you follow that a little at a time? Do you comprehend more and more, day by day? Say, I have done this. He didn't. It does not say that he is magically what arrived. He has. It doesn't say that he magically arrived anywhere. It says that he is growing. This is called, if you were a Bible student, which I can't blame you for not being, seeing that you claim to be an atheist. If you were a Bible student, you would know that this is called growing in grace. Okay? And this is what you do when you come to the Lord. This is what is believed among believers, a large group of believers, that you do when you come to the Lord. You grow in grace. It does not mean that you are perfect. It does. In some cases, you may still be have some hang-ups, but you are on the path to eternal life. Again, I'm trying to educate you on research. This is how you do proper research, and this is how you a good analyzer would probably consider this. This is his testimony of how his life was. This is not saying even, okay, I'll give you the fact that, all right, the maybe mainstream or whatever group of Christianity may have highlighted his life as the overall gay lifestyle. Okay, that's just, them trying to, promote their cause overall. Okay, all right. But it's still, you can't, and even though you may not like Christianity, or even though it's kind of attacking your way of life, you still cannot just go off. I mean, you can do what you want to do as an atheist, but truthfully, to give a fair account of what's what and to comment on, to go public, I would think you should consider the fact that he is giving his version of that life. Okay, in that sense, you know, what he's saying is according to, you know, his version. And if there was, okay, let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Okay, read the highlight. Read the highlight. There was no love in my life, only a desire for more sex, more alcohol, more out of control nights. There was no contentment, no stability, no peace. Now, I asked the question, were you involved in out of control nights? Were you involved in alcoholism and all of multiple relationships and that sort of thing? This is his personal testimony that he is giving. And so when he says, even if you look at the other more the area that you didn't highlight, it says party, sex, drugs, alcohol. You know, he was into a real wild life, far more crazy, I imagine, than what you have ever envisioned. This guy was heavy into the gay life, you know, beyond maybe you even are aware of, and to that extent, and from that area, from that angle, is he giving his entire testimony. This life, that life that he was living was not the life for anyone. You know what, ZJ? I'll get you on another video, but I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna get you on another one though. God be willing, I'm still alive. We will have a showdown on another video. But as it relates to you being the queen of atheism, I will say this: there are more crazier people in atheism with circular reasoning. There are more people. But as it relates to you being the queen of atheism, I will say this: there are crazier women with circular reasoning. There are more crazier women with greater circular reasoning that has the right to that title.
He proposes that the rest of us ought to regard ourselves similarly, and we are in no way obligated to humor a twisted belief that treats our own loving relationships as no more than a relapse into an addiction that we would have resisted if only we had been stronger. This is about more than just more.